Hey guys, today I'm doing a video response to Ed T1138's latest Top 3 Tuesday, and this question actually comes from Electricadventures. It's a guest question, so I'll leave a link to Ed T1138 and Electricadventures channels, and also to the original Top 3 Tuesday video in case you want to leave your own video response. And this week's question is the top three games that caused you to purchase a particular console or computer. Well, I really can't answer that because all of the systems that I get them based on the variety of the games. I can't point to any system and say these are the three particular titles that have caused me to get the system, so I'm going to answer that a little different way. I'm going to give you three titles for the Atari 2600, and those three titles aren't necessarily the three titles, but each one is representative of the three categories of titles that caused me to get the 2600. The first one is all of the great arcade games of the time. You know, if there was anywhere close to being runnable on the 2600, Atari ported them. So I'll start with the first one that they did, which is Space Invaders. This is really the game that put the 2600 on the map. It's the one that really made it popular. You know, Space Invaders was the popular title at the time, and when Atari put it on their system, it's really what made it popular. And all of the other great ones, you know, Centipede and Asteroids and Missile Command and all the other great titles, you know, that's one of the things that really made the Atari 2600 worth getting. And then we have the next one is all of the great Activision games, which was some of Atari's best programmers. When they had a falling out with Atari, they went out and formed their own company, but they still wrote games for the Atari 2600, and those were some of the greatest games for the 2600. Probably the one that people think of the most is Pitfall, but practically every Activision game for the 2600 is worth having, and they were really added to the value of 2600. So I'll choose Pitfall as the second one. And in the third category would be, well, everything else. In this case, I'm going to choose Astroblast. Astroblast is the port of Astro Smash, and Television's, you know, game for their Intellivision. I mean, think of how amazing that is. That Intellivision was fighting tooth and nail for market share with Atari, and they came up with Astro Smash, which was really their answer to all of the great arcade games that Atari had. This was their arcade style game that they had to compete with Atari, and yet they ported it to the 2600. You know, I could mention a lot of all the great Magic games and all other, you know, games in this everything else category, but I'll go with Astroblast as representative of it. So those are my three titles, and you know, definitely check out Ed T1138 and Electricadventures channels, and check out the Top 3 Tuesday video and all of Ed's Top 3 Tuesday videos, and consider posting your own response. And as always, more later.